Hi fellow travelers, and it's me, your travel angel. In this video, we're checking out what to do in Tulum, Mexico. But we are focusing on one activity, and that is visiting cenotes in Tulum. I'm sharing the different cenotes we went to during our 5-day trip to Tulum, Mexico. So let's do this! Hey, welcome back to Angel's Video Diary. And before I dive into the list of cenotes we visited, let me give you some general information about it. So, what is a cenote? A cenote is a sinkhole that was formed by the collapsing of limestone soil. And the hole from the ceiling gave access to fresh water, like rain or seawater. And there are different types of cenotes. There are open cenotes, semi-open cenotes, cave cenotes, and a subway cenote. And subway cenotes are the most difficult to go to because these are only for experienced divers. And some important information you need to know: you have to shower first before you can swim at a cenote. And the reason for that is to remove any harmful ingredients you might have on your skin or your body. I did my research before coming here, and one of the things I learned is how to protect the waters and the environment here, like using a mineral sunscreen such as this. Alright, so now we're ready to dive into the first cenote we visited, and that's Cenote Calavera. Calavera is a Spanish word which means skull. This cenote has 3 holes or openings, which resembles a skull. So you have 2 small holes and this big hole where you can either jump or use a ladder to go down. And it was actually one of the most terrifying experiences I've had during our trip, especially for someone like me who is afraid of heights and is not a good swimmer. So I had to gather a huge amount of courage to be able to go down the sinkhole, which, by the way, took me an hour to do. Entrance here is 250 Mexican pesos, or around 12 to 15 US dollars. And the water was actually pretty cold, but your body will get used to it if you've been in the water for a, specific amount of time. And then it gets cold again once you're out of the water, so make sure to bring a towel with you because they're not gonna provide one for you here. Now, if you have a professional camera, maybe you have a GoPro, then you will have to pay an extra fee. Yes, that is on top of the entrance fee, which is gonna be an extra 50 Mexican pesos. They also have resting areas and lounge chairs here. Now, just a friendly reminder, make sure to bring a mosquito repellent if you prefer to just, sit and enjoy the view. And I actually got bitten by a mosquito right away just by sitting in one of the picnic tables. And mosquitoes love me, so if they love you too, so make sure to bring a bug spray. One of the most popular cenotes in Tulum is the Suytun Cenote. Entrance fee is around 200 Mexican pesos or around $11 to $12. This is popular to a lot of people because of this walkway that ends in a circle where you can stand and take amazing photos. Also, the hole gives access to the sunlight, creating kind of like a spotlight effect. And I heard the best time to experience that, where the light is hitting the circle, is between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, this cenote is accessible by tunnel. By the way, they actually have peacocks walking around here, so if you get lucky, you might see one roaming around. If you guys are getting value off this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I would post new content. Now, another popular cenote is Cenote Ik-Kil, which is also known as the Sacred Blue Cenote. And in the Mayan language, Ik-Kil means windy place. So if you're visiting Chichen Itza, you might as well stop by Cenote Ik-Kil because this cenote is near Chichen Itza. And FYI, remember that Tulum is 1 hour ahead of the Yucatan Peninsula. Now, entrance fee is 150 Mexican pesos or around $8, which includes a locker and a life jacket. And I recommend you put your things in the locker to keep your belongings safe because, well, I heard that people actually steal things if you just put your bags on the side. Yeah, so just a friendly reminder. And of course, they have restrooms and changing rooms here as well. And Cenote Ik-Kil is open to the public for swimming, but you are also required to wear a life jacket because the water level here is about 50 meters or over 150 feet deep. Now, there is a stairway leading down to a swimming platform with vines which reach from the opening all the way down to the water. And like any other sites in or around Tulum, it is recommended to go early in the morning to avoid the crowds. It is beautiful here, but it was packed. Now, if you get hungry, they also have a buffet, which has a pretty decent food options. And my dad actually paid for the buffet, and I think it was around 200 or 250 Mexican pesos per person. Next, let's go to Gran Cenote. And Gran Cenote is actually near Cenote Calavera. This is one of my favorite out of all the cenotes we visited besides Suytun because both have an easy access to the cenote. I mean, it's not challenging to go down in the water. The only difficult part was going down the stairs. This is gonna be on the highway, so the best way to reach this site is by car, even if it's near Tulum Town Center. Entrance to the Gran Cenote is the most expensive one out of all the cenotes we've been to. Entrance here is 500 Mexican pesos, which is gonna be over $25. So we went around 4 in the afternoon on a weekday, and I think it was a Thursday, and the place wasn't crowded. They have bathrooms, changing rooms, and lockers as well. The water here is clear and so refreshing. There's wooden platforms here where you can walk if you ever decide not to go in the water. And Gran Cenote is so stunning. Lots of photo opportunities. There's also an area where the water is not too deep where I was able to remove my life jacket. Then there's also an area where you can sunbathe, you can relax, and maybe you can dry yourself after swimming. So if you don't have time to go to a cenote, but you have an opportunity to visit Chichen Itza, there's actually a cenote inside this Mayan ruin. And it's called Sacred Cenote. And according to our tour guide, back in the day, this is where the Mayans throw people in as sacrifice to the gods. Yes, they also threw precious stones and things they value the most. But you can't go down there or swim here because there is no way in and out of this cenote. Plus, I wouldn't recommend swimming here because of the algae and other bacteria that might be in the water. Just to give you an idea of what a cenote might look like, well, this is it. I hope I was able to give you useful information about cenotes. If I did, if you got value off this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I would post new content. Show some love by hitting the like and share button. And you can stay current on my travels. You can follow me on social media. That's at Angel's Video Diary. And my TikTok handle is gonna be at I am Angel Alvaro. And you can also subscribe to my blog, mypurplepages.com. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.
Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Tú me curas cuando más me duele. Sé que siempre has sabido amarme. Eso eres tortolito, no queda bien, bebé. Mejor de tus amigas diciendo que no